Hello and welcome to Key to Learning Italian. In this video we're going to have a look at the verbs in English and Italian language and their differences in terms of their uses in past tense. Here we have some sentences. Every day I see a movie. Ogni giorno vedo un film. Here the verb see is in verb 1, which in Italian vedo is the present tense, presente indicativo del verbo vedere. It's the present indicative form of the verb to see, vedere. And as you can see, this sentence is in simple present tense. Whereas here, yesterday I saw a movie. Ieri ho visto un film. Here the sentences are in simple past tense. So is the verb to of the verb to see, and in Italian it becomes visto, il participio passato del verbo vedere, past participle of the verb vedere, to see. And in the third sentence series, we see, yesterday I saw a movie that I had seen previously. Ieri ho visto un film che avevo visto precedentemente. I saw a movie. Here, saw is again simple past tense. That I had seen previously is verb 3, and which in Italian becomes avevo visto. Visto again is participio passato del verbo vedere. It's the past participle of the verb vedere. These sentences are in past perfect. So the verb see in English is in verb 1, becomes saw, verb 2, and later becomes seen as verb 3, which in Italian the verb vedere, to see, al presente indicativo, simple present tense, it's simply vedo in the first singular person. And then it becomes visto either in participio passato, passato prossimo, it is visto. Again, in the past perfect tense, it remains visto. Past perfect tense in Italian is trapassato prossimo, and simple past tense in Italian is passato prossimo. So in both tenses, either in passato prossimo or in trapassato prossimo, which is past perfect tense, we kept using the past participle of the verb vedere, visto, which is visto, which only in the present indicativo, present indicative tense, remains as vedo. So simply put, we can say that the past participle of a word in Italian remains the same as long as it has the auxiliary verb avere. In Italian, in order to form a composed tense, we use the verb avere. It's an auxiliary verb. we have auxiliary verbs, which are avere or essere, which in Italian are called verbi ausiliari. So as long as the verb, auxiliary verb, remains as avere, we use the verb visto. One of the verbs is obviously one of the verbs we could use in past tense, and it's always finishes with an O, as long as it's not being used with a direct pronoun, or if it doesn't have an auxiliary verb like essere. So in the sentences above, we saw that the sentences had auxiliary verbs avere. First one is ho visto, is the verb avere in the simple present tense, and we use it to form a verb in past participle. Ieri ho visto un film. And in past perfect tense, we have to use it in the imperfect tense, perfect tense, in order to form a sentence in passato prossimo. And if we had to form a sentence that had essere as an auxiliary verb, we would write something such as this. Ieri non sono uscita perché ho dovuto studiare. Ieri non sono uscita perché ho dovuto studiare. So what does this sentence say? Yesterday I did not go out because I had to study. So non sono uscita, qui il verbo ausiliario sono. So we have the verbo ausiliario sono and another verbo ausiliario ho. Sono è il verbo ausiliario essere, and ho is the verbo ausiliario auxiliary verb avere. So since here I use the auxiliary verb sono, I have to change the last letter of the verb uscito and it becomes uscita, simply because the subject, soggetto sottinteso, the subject of the sentence is a woman, me in this sense. And here, perché ho dovuto studiare, and here we leave the last letter of the verb dovuto, because we use the auxiliary verb avere. And if the auxiliary verb avere does not have any direct pronoun in front of it, it doesn't change the last letter of the verb in past participle. That's why we do not change the last letter of the verb dovuto. Meanwhile, we have to change the last letter of the verb uscito and it becomes uscita. So, today's video we had a look at the differences between those two languages in terms of verbs in past tense. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.